Welcome, everybody. We are excited to have our first annual doctor call with Cocoa Vida. And I'd like to share a little bit of information about the doctor that is going to be educating us today. And she's a very dear friend of ours. She's on our medical advisory board. And this is Dr. Christina Campbell. And she is board certified in emergency medicine, y'all. She is certified functional medicine, and she's also a certified endocannabinoid professional. So you can go to cocoavita.com and read a little bit more about Dr. Campbell. But today we're going to be talking about detoxification. And I know that that's super important, Dr. Campbell. A lot of people, struggle with health and, what take us in the direction you want to take us. How do we detox? How do we make sure that this is something that we keep up with daily? Because toxins build up in our body. Is that correct?
That is correct. So we live in a very toxic world, and many people are aware of that. But often when we think about these toxins, we think, it's outside of our home, it's part of industry, it's, waste products out there. But what we don't realize is that most of the toxins that we are exposed to we're exposed to by choice, and we don't realize that. There was a great study that was done that showed that the average woman puts on or uses an average of 300 plus chemicals before she leaves the house in the morning, just in personal care products alone. And so there are a lot of chemicals in our homes. So the first thing to do whenever you're trying to reduce your toxic load is to stop putting them in, right?
Right.
Turn the faucet off. You have to turn the faucet off before you can drain it.
That's crazy, Dr. Campbell, because I've heard, I'm aware of toxins, as you well know. We're close, we talk all the time, but I didn't realize that this number was so high. 300 plus chemicals. Now, where does that come from? Because if a woman's listening to this, they're going to think there's no way I use that many chemicals in the morning. Where are these toxins coming from?
Right. Well, let's think about it. So we wake up in the morning, right? And we usually take a shower. So in the shower water, in your water alone, there's fluoride, chlorine, all kinds of toxins. And we think that the water treatment plants take care of this, but they don't to a good enough degree. And the truth is the fluoride and chlorine that's put into our water supply to keep it healthy and to keep the bacterial load down actually is unhealthy for us. The fluoride competes for our iodine for our thyroid gland and causes thyroid issues. Fluoride will also calcify your pineal gland. And the pineal gland, of course, is really our connection with our source, with God or whatever, right? I mean, it's mind, body, and spirit. So when you calcify your pineal gland, you reduce the hormones that are able to be released by the pineal gland. And that's an important piece of our health, our brain health, and our connection to our spirituality. And on and on. Chlorine, same thing. There's all kinds of things that chlorine can do to your body, and you can look these things up. So in the shower, and it's not just, across your skin that you're absorbing it, but you're also inhaling it. I mean, think about it. You take a warm shower, there's steam. Now you're inhaling all these toxins too.
Oh my gosh.
You're inhaling them, you're getting them across your skin, you're getting them on your hair, across your scalp. Then your soap, your shampoo, your conditioner. They have phthalates and they have hormone disrupting components in them. They put things in shampoo to make them bubble up the way that we like so much, but it's toxic. You brush your teeth and there's fluoride in your toothpaste and there's other chemicals in your toothpaste. What else do you do in the morning? You put on your makeup. You put on your face cream,
deodorant,
lotions, face creams, deodorant. Yeah. Thank you. Deodorant is a big offender. Heavy metals, they have aluminum toxicity in deodorants. All kinds of chemicals in those. So you put on your deodorant, you brush your teeth, you put your makeup on. Makeup has all kinds of toxins in it as well. You're probably going to do something with your hair. So you're going to put in product in your hair that all has stuff in it. You're going to put your clothes on. Well, what did you wash your clothes in? Did you wash it in a chemical-free detergent, or did you wash it in Tide? Not to get us in trouble with the company of Tide, but some chemical-laden product. And your fabric softener, right? These are all hormone disrupting and even have some cancer causing chemicals in them. And you can find this stuff out. You just, there's a great group called the Environmental Working Group, and they have an online website where you can look up, when you read your labels, guys. And you can look up each chemical and find out just exactly how toxic it is and what type of toxicity, if it's reproductive toxicity, hormone toxicity, cancer causing, immune system disrupting. I mean, these are what these chemicals can do.
Right. Well, the human body, God didn't make the human body to ingest chemicals, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then what do? Then you go to the kitchen and you make yourself a cup of coffee, right?
Oh.
Now, coffee.
Ouch, this one's gonna hurt.
Coffee is delicious, and I love a good cup of coffee. But here's the problem with coffee. Most companies, it's a moldy crop. Most companies are not testing for heavy metals and mold toxins and herbicides and pesticides in your coffee. So you end up drinking a bunch of chemicals in your coffee, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now, I think we're probably way over 300 at this point. I'm just
I mean, I could keep going.
Site?
But what do you do next?
What was that site again, Dr. Christina? I'm going to put it in the comments on Facebook.
Environmental Working Group.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and I love that, because here at Cocoa Vita, our mission is bringing humanity back to nature. That's what we're all about. This is what the mission's all about, is making people aware. How do I live my best life, toxic free, and reintroduce the human race back to nature?
Right.
And we have organic coffee on our website, you guys. So if you heard your coffee, you heard what Dr. Campbell said, you're like, oh my God, I can't have my cup of coffee tomorrow morning. We have little bags, organic beans, amazing taste. Just jump over there and grab them. They're cute little bags. You could try it out. But you know what, Dr. Campbell, this is scary, what you're saying. And so, right. Yes. So where do we go from here? How do we start eliminating these, like, as quickly as possible? Because I know this has been a journey for me for 17 years, becoming aware and waking up to it more and more every day.
Right. So reading your labels is the most important first step. Just learning what's out there, what you're using, and then pick 2 or 3 products a month that you're going to switch out. As you use up what you have, switch it out with something that's healthier and chemical free. So your deodorant, use up your deodorant and then switch it to a chemical free deodorant. Your soaps, use up what you've got and then switch it out to a chemical free soap. Shampoo, conditioner. I mean, I could go on all day long, right? And these are all products that Cocoa Vita either has now or is planning to bring on in the next year. And so you can easily just begin. And, I don't want it to be overwhelming, because you don't want to, because if you get overwhelmed, right, you'll just stop doing it.
Right.
So you want to make this a process that people can actually do. So if you just look through your stuff, pick 2 or 3 things that you want to replace today. I got to tell you, this is my new favorite, is this charcoal soap. I can't decide if I like it or better than the coffee walnut. I don't know. I love them both. So, I mean, pick one of our soaps up, right? And start using this instead of the chemical laden soaps. The shampoos and conditioners, those are coming. And there are other options out there as well, but, find something that you enjoy, that you like, that works for you, that's chemical free.
Right.
And once you've stopped adding toxins into the basin, into your toxic load, now you can start saying, okay, now how do I help my body get rid of the toxins that I'm holding on to? Our liver can only do so much in one day. And if we continue piling on, our liver can't deal with all of it. So what does it do? It says, okay, I can't handle you. It shoves it in a fat cell and stores it in your backside.
Oh.
So now this is part of why we're so fat.
Oh no.
Now it's not just our food supply isn't great and that we're fast food people, but it's also that we are so toxic loaded that our body can't handle it. So we tuck it away so that because our liver says, I can't deal with you. I've got to put you in a box and throw you somewhere else and just hide you there. And it'll hide in organs. It'll hide in your brain tissue. Heavy metals are notorious for being in our brains. And as a major cause of migraines, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, I mean,
it wreaks havoc on the intestinal health as well, does it not?
Yes, absolutely it does.
And absolutely, I know that's one of your specialties, is helping people repair their gut microbiome and balance that out. And so that has wreaked havoc. I know a lot of people that have suffered from problems like that.
Yes. The gut is a major detoxification organ. It's not only a processing and nutrition absorbing organ. It's an immune organ. It's a nervous system of its own. We call it the gut brain, right?
Right.
It's
Your second brain. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lymphatic and a detoxification organ as well. Neurotransmitters, 3/4 of our neurotransmitters are made in our gut and then used by the brain. They're not made in the brain. So when your gut isn't healthy, if you're eating chemicals, consuming chemicals, drinking water that's not clean,
Yes.
right? Then you're destroying your gut. So absolutely 100%, Sarah, you're right on. Yep.
So for the layman, Dr. Christina, explain neurotransmitters.
Yes. So our brain uses a series of different molecules to work correctly. So some of the molecules make the nerves work faster. Some slow them down. Some are happy chemicals that make you feel good, stress relieving chemicals. So these are all chemicals that are created, that are used by our nervous system to function. And there are a whole bunch of them: serotonin, dopamine, glutamate. I could go on with all the transmitters that exist, epinephrine, norepinephrine. But each one has a different purpose in how it works in our brain. But when our brain is balanced, when these neurotransmitters are balanced and in correct ratios, our brain works better. When we're unbalanced, or when we don't have the right neurotransmitters, then we have an imbalance, and that can create all kinds of mental health issues, brain fog, memory issues. Just dysfunction in the brain overall. Yeah.
So a lot of times when people think maybe they have some brain fog, or, they can't be clear-minded, that could be possibly a toxic overload. Of course, let me just say, I forgot to say at the beginning, you guys, we don't cure or diagnose. The doctor's here just sharing her wisdom from the last 30 years. So thank you for doing that. But, always consult your doctor before starting or stopping any regimen that your doctor recommended. But back to what I was saying, Dr. Campbell, because I forgot to say that in the beginning. When somebody feels like that, it could possibly be a toxic overload, or their gut's out of balance, and it's affecting their brain.
That's right. That's right. There's a very intimate connection between the brain and the gut. Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Kimmy, what do you think about that? I didn't.
Well,
I know that.
Yeah, I think this is the mission we are on in Cocoa Vida, and that's why Dr. Christina is here and passionate about what we're doing, because we, as the consumer who really wants to buy natural products for health and home, really wants a one-stop shop with an alignment of passionate physicians who also believe the same things. I say that with chills, because we are on to something here to create a convenient place that's safe for the consumer to say, oh, this has been vetted by the doctors who teach in all of their career. They are not part-time physicians. These are not retired physicians. These are frontline physicians every day, seeing everything that's being affected with the human body. So when we bring them forward, it is a gift to you to listen and follow their advice, because we're all want to do better and be better. And this is our platform to do it. And so we value Dr. Christina's advice. We are just sitting here, Sarah and I, saying, I want to do better. I want to do better. We can create that. We can create this. What can we do better on? And if we just, like Dr. Christina said, just make one small step in increments, we can get there. So that's my 2 cents.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
That's so perfect. That's the heartbeat of Cocoa Vida right there.
Yes. Yes.
So Dr. Campbell, I know we're going to get, go ahead, Kimmy.
I was going to say, I know a lot of people don't necessarily understand the power of the gut. I know that. And so I think you're on to a great conversation here, Dr. Christina, where maybe this is the first time someone's heard that. And listen, if you're sitting here and someone shared this with you, this is selflessness right here. Yeah. Dr. Christina is showing up, as busy as she is. I could cry right now, but she's selfless to show up because she cares. She cares. She cares about humanity. She wants to give her expertise back and say we can all do a little bit better. Is it going to be a little bit more expensive? Maybe, maybe. But what's the price we're paying right now, Dr. Christina, right?
Right. What is the price that you pay for being unhealthy,
Yes.
for having sick days, and for lost wages? I mean, think about the things that happen when you have a million diagnoses and you're on a bunch of medications, right? Co-pays.
Yeah.
I mean, the average expenditure of someone who has one single autoimmune disease, one and is on one or two medications, is $30,000 a year every year. So start adding that up. And I guarantee you, it is much less expensive to invest in your health,
Yeah.
educate yourself, get rid of the toxins in your life, improve your endocannabinoid system, which is the next step I want to talk about, so that your master control switch is turned on. The endocannabinoid system is a system of receptors and proteins and enzymes that innervate every single cell of our body. And it is a master control system that is meant to bring every system into balance and homeostasis. And when we do not have a working system, then everything goes crazy, goes haywire. And oftentimes our toxic load is so high that the burden on our body means that we are unable to manufacture our own endocannabinoids, our own cannabinoids. Our bodies are meant to produce cannabinoids and use them, but often we don't produce enough to keep our system running. And so the solution to that is supplementing with a phytocannabinoid, which is essentially like a bioidentical cannabinoid supplement that will fill those receptors and kickstart that system. CBD can be helpful to help improve the gut function. It improves brain function. It's neuroprotective. There are receptor sites in the liver and the kidneys, which are part of our detoxification organs, and it improves your liver's ability to deal with your daily toxic load, decreases inflammation in the body. I mean, I could go on all day long, right? Of what this particular one single thing can do for your health. So get rid of your toxic load, start taking a high quality full spectrum CBD if you're able to take a full spectrum, and that will do wonders for you.
I love that.
And I just did the math, Dr. Christina. Let's just say they just replaced their soap, and that you held it up. And this is why Cocoa Vita has customized natural soap from artisans who are passionate about natural living. And if I'm doing it this is the way we support people grassroots who are all believe the same way we do. So we've come out with 3 different natural soaps, and I did the math on that. It's less than a penny a day to make that one change.
Wow.
So if we could continue this journey one step at a time, we're going to get there together.
Right.
I love that. I love the mission. I love what we're doing. I love our doctors. You guys are all amazing. We are going to wrap this call up. You guys, I want to encourage you, invite people to this call. Go to Cocoa Vita on Facebook, on Instagram, all the social media platforms. Follow us, like us, so you don't miss any. The doctors are going to be doing this every week, you guys. We're going to have a different doctor every single week. You're not going to want to miss it. Put it on your calendar. And we are going to end this Zoom, you guys, and we're going to go
live. The launch. Let me just say, if you missed the launch, there's a recording on the Facebook page, so you can rewatch the launch or watch it for the first time. If someone shared it with you, share it with others. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to follow up with this call with the laser, which I know Dr. Christina is one of the most passionate about laser therapy that I have met in the physician world. And as a doctor, this is really important for you to pay attention. There's something out there. A lot of people don't know about it. So I'll give you the last word, Dr. Christina.
Well, I just want to make sure that people are aware, because this is our launch month, that if you get yourself right now as a customer on auto ship, you get 20% off for as long as you maintain that auto ship. And it can be any product. So every month this month you put a soap on there, you get 20% off of that. Next month you put, I don't know, our face cream, hopefully it comes out soon. The face cream, because it's Nobel Prize winning technology. I can't wait to tell you guys more about this. But anyway, so, next month, the face cream, then the following month, something else, add the CBD. And so every single month you can change your order, but you'll be getting 20% off. This offer will not come back. This is like for the April. That's it.
Yeah.
It's our launch month. So if you guys want to really take your health seriously and you want to detoxify your personal care products, your home products, take advantage of this offer.
I love it. Love it. Love
Thank
it.
you
Okay.
so much. Tune in for our next call. We'll begin in approximately 1 minute, the laser call. So if you have not heard about the microlight laser and the therapy, I am one whose life was changed because of it. Tune in. It'll be hosted here live on Facebook here just in a few minutes. So if you can't get enough of all this stuff like us, stay tuned. It's coming next. So see everybody on the next call. Thank you, Dr. Christina. We will hear you on the laser call as well.
Awesome.
Okay, see you guys. See you in a minute.